Well, it looks like we're going to have some fun today with ZOEY. I kept thinking about that blade and why it was doing what it was doing. And when I moved the brand new blade around, it seemed to be touching different parts of the circumference of where it would spin around. Instead of always being in the same position on the deck, it looked like it was moving. So I thought, I've got a bent crankshaft. And so I wanted to show you this. If I got this mower running and ran it, it would vibrate real bad. And that's because the crankshaft is bent, in my opinion. I put this little bolt in here so you can see it, blade screw, blade bolt, whatever you want to call it. And I took the spark plug out so I can just sit here and pull this cord without much resistance. And I'm hoping you can see that screw doesn't stay in the same place. It moves up and down and around. See, just watch the end of that screw. See how it moves up and down, up and down? That's the bent crankshaft. And so I've got to straighten this, and we're going to do it together. So let me set the phone down. I've had pretty good luck doing this with different mowers. I haven't had one in a while, so I've got to clear all this stuff out, so give me a second. I'll get my brand new blade out of the way. The other one that I shouldn't have disrespected so soon, because there was nothing wrong with this one. It's a bent crankshaft in my opinion. Well, let's find out. Because I can do a more precise check than just eyeballing it. And that's sort of the system we use to straighten them out. At least I do. And I'm getting quite a pile of stuff here from all my work this morning. Alright, so let me get the screw out, because I don't need that in there for this little test. I think I've got this ankle guard and not a good spot, so let me clear that out of the way. See, now I've got my ankle guard out of the way. I'm going to move some of this dirt and debris out. So I'm going to be putting a 1/4-inch steel plate down here. Now you get you one of these extended magnets you can get from the auto parts store called a magnet on a stick. And we're going to get it up here, and we're going to just touch the very end of that crankshaft with it. Just so it's touching. Okay. And now to illustrate that I think it's bent, I'll bring that just a hair where it's just below touching. I'm going to pull this cord real gently. Come on, you. Got the brake on, hang on. Spark plug wire is off, engine brake is on, so now when I pull this cord, it starts to turn. It's a big gap that shows up and then it comes back down. So now I'm going to get it where it touches, and you'll see what I mean. Because this little magnet on the stick is going to move. See, it moved. Now this doesn't move. It moves. It doesn't move. Okay, so now I've got to find where it's high. That's where it's high, and then where it peaks is high. That's the peak point right there. It's touching, touching, touching. So it's touching, and then it's high. Okay, so we're going to mark that now. Temporarily with a little marker. I've certainly seen a lot worse, so I think this one may be repairable. Let me check my work again. There's the high spot. There's the low spot. There's the high spot, and there's some more. Okay. So if you're doing this at home, I hope you have some old adapters that are round. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. These round adapters, and I've got one that I use for straightening crankshafts. I've got it marked with flagging. You can see how many times I've pounded on this thing with the big hammer. So I'm going to install this blade adapter that's round that I use for straightening crankshafts. So I've got to get my flagging off of here. And I've got my mark on the crankshaft. And I got to line up the key. So that's going to be the high side. So I'm going to be hitting this blade adapter straight down, because I gotta hit the high side, bring it down. So I'm gonna get my hearing protection on. If you do this at home, I recommend that because it's loud. Eye protection too would be good. I think that's better already. Yeah, that's better. Okay, the ultra low is right there. So that's low. Let's see if my green mark comes around now. Yep, that's high, but boy, it's not as high as it was, so let me give it one more pop. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, so now I'm going to do the fine adjustment. So I'm going to make it actually touch the crankshaft and see where it moves. Okay, it's not moving. Let's see. Try it again here. Okay, it's touching the crankshaft. Moves it out of the way. It comes back. Well, I tell you, that is so much better. I'm going to give it one more little love tap. That's touching. Well, that looks great. So now, when I put my blade adapter on, and I put the blade I lost faith in, see how it looks. Actually, I'm going to be taking this off. I don't know why I'm doing this. So I got to leave this on to put the blade on. Okay. So I'm going to tighten it. So she's going to come around this way. All right, where's my blade screw? Where did it go? There's the screw. Where's the adapter? Okay, that's finger tight. Let's take a look. Let me tighten it a little bit. That looks better already. Okay. I've got the spark plug out, so there's no compression. So this is easy to turn. And I see about a quarter of an inch between the edge of the blade and the edge of the deck. Same. All right, now if I look up top, let me try the bottom. All right, so I can actually see a little mark there on the plastic. I'm going to try it down this way, and that's the same. Okay, So I believe we have straightened the crankshaft. So let's take a break now and we'll come back and keep working.